an ink mine there. I got my bomb snip. Oh, I almost killed my buddy. You okay? All right, we're good, we're good. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Splatoon. Today we're covering the last new weapon from Sheldon's Picks Volume 1. So unfortunately we've got to say goodbye to this cute little horseshoe crab just until Volume 2, but we are taking the refurbished mini Splatling into ranked mode to see how it does. So this new weapon is kind of like a Frankenstein's monster built out of the bits and pieces of all the Splatlings that have been lost on the Splattlefield. And it's nice looking. I like the color scheme. It looks like it would either shoot out portals or Nerf darts, but it's nice looking. It looks like it lost the paint in the process of being rebuilt. Now, as the mini Splatling is to the Tentatech Splatter Shot with the same sub and special, those both have suction bombs and the Inkzooka, this one is very similar to the normal Splatter Shot, has the burst bombs and the burst bomb rush. And now that they've redone burst bombs, this is a very different set than it would have been before 2.7. The burst bombs have a lot of power even without any damage up. And you can see here, oh, they bubbled. No. Uh-oh, I'm out of here. I got hit by a friendly disruptor, I think. I kind of wasted my bomb rush, but this is our first time using the weapon, so we're gonna have a little bit of growing pains. I've used the Splatlings in the past, but the mini Splatling was one of my few weapon disappointments in Splatoon. I love the other Splatlings, but for whatever reason, I could never get into the mini. It always just made me feel like I would rather be using a normal splatter shot because it wouldn't have the charge time. But this has a lot of power. We have medium special depletion on this thing, and for whatever reason, the normal mini Splatling with the Inkzooka only has light special depletion, so that might be your set to go to if you want, you know, a little bit more power. But these burst bombs are still very strong, and when we get another rush, we'll see here. There we go. All right, let's get in there and try to take down some enemies as soon as they pop up. Ooh, I saw somebody. Oh, they got the bubbler again, but we can get someone off the tower, hopefully. Jeez, that bubbler, there must be multiple bubblers, or that guy's really good at charging up his special. There we go. We helped, even if they didn't give us the splat for that. Oh, jeez. People popping out of the ink out of the ashes of that other dead Inkling there was another one. Can we hide long enough? Nope. Well, we got the tower moving again because it was getting close to our turf, so that's all I can ask for. This is going to be a tough battle. Now, I know the nozzle nose there, a lot of people have been saying not quite as good after some of the changes, but that might be still the one with the burst bombs. I'm not sure. There we go. But yeah, so this thing still has power, even though it's a mini. But it's the charge time is quick, but it's a little too long at times to really give you the advantage over a lot of people who are using things like the super fast Splattershot Jr. You saw that little samurai kid had that, and all you have to do is hold down the trigger. There's a few weapons like that where I feel like I'm a fool tapping and charging when everyone else just holding the button down and getting some power. So I'd like to see them in Volume 2 of Sheldon's Picks do even more balance adjustments, because I think a lot of these other weapons need more of a reason to let you play them. Man, yeah, there's at least one or two bubblers on this team, because they're doing a really good job of bubbling away. Now they're going to try to spawn camp, but in the meantime, I'm going straight to the tower because we're out of here. That's what happens when you ignore the objective and you focus too much on the tower. That ink strike not as well placed because it just kind of was in our dust. I'm trying to keep my burst bombs ready for anyone who leaps up here. I can take them down, and also they're great for covering your feet. Ooh, jeez. Got taken out by that samurai again. So yeah, there's at least two Splattershot Juniors here. That's why we've seen so many bubblers. But yeah, with the changes for the burst bombs, I think this set could benefit a little bit from damage up, but you don't want to worry too much because I think the mini can take down most opponents pretty quickly. It's just getting that charge in time and having it work out. Jeez. Oh, that was a good one. Okay. I keep hearing that disruptor sound and seeing a disruptor, and I get really afraid that it's going to be someone coming after me. Oh, get him out of here. There we go. All right. Now, the problem with some of these weapons, like the Bamboozler and the Bamboozler and this little splatter shot, the mini Splatling, sorry, are that I feel like my play style is really just becoming burst bomb user. It's not the main weapon as much. Oh, jeez. That was a risky jump, but I got someone for it. Oh, gee. I knew that was going to happen. But that's all right. We got the tower pretty far. I think we're going to take this. I'm surprised. They almost got us right at the beginning. But yeah, the burst bombs are something I'm relying on a little too much, so I gotta be careful and try to use my main weapon with this, but it'll take some practice to get used to. Like I mentioned, I almost never used the mini Splatling because it never really gelled with me when it first came out. Sorry, Samurai, you're going down with me. That's why we had a dude pop out of ink. There's some stealth super jumpers on their team as well. Can we get a knockout? At least we're gonna get the win, I think, here, unless they really push at the end. All right, guys, can we do it on our first match with this weapon? Yeah, I've only played a handful with the mini Splatling, so this is gonna be good if I can help get that victory. There we go, just stay on the tower, and we've got it. All right. So, yeah, I was a little worried about my rank trying these new weapons, but we're still doing all right. We're in A+, and hopefully we will keep it up, even though we're trying ones that I'm relying so much on sub and special. Get to do that fancy dance and give that gun a hug. Definitely, even if the Splatlings aren't my favorite weapon set, my favorite victory animation for sure. Okay, let's try another map here. All right, so we're on to Splat Zones, and we're on Moray. Now, I'm a little worried about this one because there's a lot of ledges, especially if you have the high ground to get your bombs caught on and get your shots, and they've got chargers, so I'm definitely gonna get outranged here, so I'm gonna try my best. I hit the overhead beam. We've got a permanent ink brush on our side, so hopefully they know what they're doing. I know a lot of people have started using the brushes more now that we have the permanent ink brush and you get that cracking. See, getting my bombs caught on the ledge. I gotta be a little careful with my timing. I think they only have a normal Splat charger, so we should be okay here, even with a little bit of range boost on this ledge. This is a dangerous spot to be in on this map when you have an E-leader on the enemy team. Ooh, I accidentally adjusted my camera. That's not good. Yeah, their charger's getting way into the mix here, right down in the turf. That might not prove the best. That usually you see all of them sit on that one ledge and just camp in that spot. This is gonna be one of the most frustrating maps to play on. But, ooh, jeez, he can jump away, or there he is. Get back here. There we go, we got him. Right before the bomb rush ran out, or maybe with the leftover ink that we had. But yeah, this can be a really frustrating map if you're playing against chargers, and especially if you have a short-range weapon. One of my favorites, though, to play as a brush on, because if you're quick enough with a brush, you can sneak around and really help your team out by taking those chargers down. Just kind of get by them, and the Kraken helps with that. So I think the permanent ink brush might be my go-to brush on this map in the future, if not the Octobrush, because those beacons are so good on a map so spread out like this. All right. Well, they got a sprinkler. They don't seem to be doing too much, but this is mostly a stalemate. We're not doing as much either. We're both just kind of fighting for our right to ink here. All right, jeez. Luckily, that charger doesn't seem to be one of those elites that snipes you from halfway across the map without even, you know, looking up from their morning paper or whatever. I always feel like there's some people that could just snipe without even needing to, you know, bat an eye. They could be like looking away from the game and still get you. But it takes tons of practice. They're human too. That's what I have to remember. They're Inklings too. And they had to practice to get to that point. All right. Yeah, I think by not getting into the chargers when the game came out early on, you know, about around a year ago this time, I really kind of messed myself up for the advanced play now, because if I try to play a charger now, in most modes, I'm going to bring the team down. And I'm just never going to get to that level, I don't think. But if I really practice, maybe I could. There's just a lot of people that are really good now. And the Splatlings kind of fall into that. I think they're a little easier to get into because you don't have to charge quite as much or be quite as accurate with all the shots that you get out of it. And I mentioned in one of the other videos, if you did miss the patch notes, we talked about stuff like the burst bomb changes in the Bamboozler Mark III episode and the Berry Splattershot Pro. But one of the cool buffs to the other Splatlings, not the Mini, but the Hydra, got a bit of a damage buff, so it's a bit more tanky. It did get that swim speed nerf. Yeah, I'm really going crazy with my burst bombs, but it's a better way to get over there without, you know, having to be in range to actually fire. All right, we're getting a little bit of zone here. Did I see someone behind me? Thought maybe. Oh, we're okay. Get that sprinkler out. Oh, Inkzukas. I'm so paranoid with the Inkzukas because sometimes you'd be hiding behind the cover and they still get you. It like goes over it. Uh-oh. There we go. I took someone down. All right. I might have gotten sniped. No, it just splash-o-matic'd. That's all right. Don't mind that as much on this map, because at least they were close enough. The Chargers just, yeah, they can get real frustrating on this little zone here. All right, we're doing okay, though. They took it. I don't think we're going to win this by knockout, because this has been a really... It's kind of fun to see matches like this, though, at least for me to play, when you know the teams are mostly evenly matched, and there's not a huge... You know, the one-sided battles, even if you're on the winning end, for me, at least, it does kind of feel a little sad, because it's like, oh, that other team didn't really get the right members to make it a good fight. The best wins are hard fought, and even a loss, if you're fighting hard, is can be fulfilling, because you're putting your all into it in battle, and you're shining inky and glorious, getting into some Mad Max philosophy here. All right, got my bomb rush. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Just saw someone down there. Kind of wasted this one, but I hit someone. There's that sound that tells you hit someone, so that's good enough. And even a bomb rush can be nice just to just to get you to scare your opponents. I got a little scared there. Speaking of which, they're back in control though. I gotta get back in there quick, quick, quick. There are no beacons, but luckily it's pretty safe. Even without beacons on this map, usually someone's in a good spot where you're not gonna get just taken out. There we go. Another splat for the splat god. All right, we got it. So there we go. I think we have a different map here. Now, since I recorded some stuff before, I'm putting a lot of footage together. I've gone down in rank quite a bit trying to practice with this thing, but we'll get it back up. I'm confident we're getting the practice in. Okay, heading to Walleye for some more splat zones. But yeah, I mentioned before, my rank has gone down a little bit trying to use the Bamboozler and the mini Splatling, trying to get footage for you guys. Oh yeah, I don't wanna, I'm blaming myself here. I like to get in the heat of battle. I like to try my best in ranked mode, despite not knowing a weapon as well. I'm not only sticking to the weapons that I can play well with, but the effect of that is that my rank will often go down, but at the same time, I try to rise to meet the challenge of the enemy Inklings that I'm fighting. So at the same time, I'm sad to be knocked out of A+, but we'll be back there. I'll be back there soon here. Oh geez, we got another bubbler team. My favorite. All right, at least one. As soon as they turn back, here we go. Uh-oh, someone's ink striking, or they super jumped away. That seems like more likely, because nothing fell down. There we go. Whoa. Yeah, a lot of, I've noticed there's an ink mine there. I got my bomb snip. Oh, I almost killed my buddy. You okay? All right, we're good, we're good. They saw it in time. Ooh, jeez. That Kraken get me from like a minute ago? No, it was a little bit of latency there. But yeah, the ink mines, I had forgotten. They are visible from Bomb Sniffer, so another reason to use that. Another reason that the ink mines, you know, have against them for not being that great of a sub weapon. But they did buff them a little bit in the patch that we just got, so they only use 50% of your ink tank, and then you can lay them down as much as you want. It just clears out the other one. I think they really need to just make the oh, there we go. Someone's jumping in. I don't have enough ink to get him. And I missed him too. I threw my bombs too early. Got overzealous there. They really need to make the ink mines just actually blow up when you... Ooh, there we go. When you slay your other one down. Because I don't think there's much of a reason not to. It's like you're using the ink anyways. So might as well. I guess it could be crazy to have an instantly exploding, super powerful bomb under your feet if you like lay it and then instantly have enough to lay another, but I don't know. It's something that I think maybe they've looked at and they realized wasn't a good idea, and we just don't know because we haven't seen the effects of buffing it. But the ink mine is not used as often. I think it brings down a few of the sets. I'd like to see it buffed a little bit. Especially good for tower control and certain stuff, but usually you can get off of the tower in time if it triggers, if you got somewhere to run, unless you're on like Camp Triggerfish or something. Jeez. Kraken, leave me alone. Yeah, burst bombs are good for getting away from the Kraken sometimes too, because you can really use them to quickly lay ink down. Otherwise, with this set, I would have had some problems getting ink under me because this thing does not fire on the dime. It's fast, but not faster than a Kraken on your tail. All right, this is a close one, but we've got a pretty good lead on him. I think we can take him down here, even if we don't get the knockout. I like trying to sneak around there. A lot of the time, people cover those side areas, but if they don't, it's an easy area to have a lot of cover with all these crates and stuff. Who knows what they're packing in this warehouse? I've never thought about it. So many of these maps, I don't think about what's going on. I'm just, you know, focused on the battle and the victory. There we go. Speaking of which, we took it. All right, let's do maybe one more match here. I've been having fun with the Refurbished mini Splatling. I don't know how much I'll play it in the future, but I've been having fun with it now. There's a few of the weapon sets. Most of them I really like, but a few of them I really want to get back to. So maybe we'll do a compilation at the end. So yeah, when we once we get, you know, a bit of practice with all these weapons, I'd like to do an episode that's like my favorites. Maybe a little permanent ink brush, a little fresh squiffer, that sort of thing. We got the SpongeBob Soda Splatling in there that we're gonna go up against, or Soda Slosher, sorry. Splatlings, Splatter Shots, Splat Chargers, Splat Rollers, Sloshers, so many S, you know, it all fits with Splatoon, but it gets a little tongue twistery sometimes. All right, so we're on tower control now. Let's see if we can get that guy. I know there's always someone who goes to that one side. And you gotta make sure they don't get in there and just like take everyone out who's not paying attention to the side. The burst bombs, I noticed, they're good. Oh, they make people jump off the tower. The burst bombs are good, and they're a little better now that they've got a bigger little splat radius by 43% since the update, but they still don't tend to hit the tower quite as well as I would want, which, you know, there's got to be downsides to every sub and weapon and everything, but I'll throw them on the tower, and, you know, if they don't hit right in the spot, usually someone will survive, but they got to give the people on the tower a little bit of an advantage somehow, because you're just such a sit and duck on there. People really hate getting on that thing because you get so many sploops and not as many splats when you're trying to just hide in the ink and keep that thing going. Looks like it might be on me to get on this tower. Ooh, if I don't get blasted first. Was that a blaster shot? They got a bubbler too. All right, let me see. Jeez. There's the Soda Slosher wearing that cool hat, but they're out of here. Yeah, we got a little bit of a lead, but this could easily go the other way. This team seems like they know what they're doing. All right. I almost never find, late at night at least, the Japanese players, there's always the people who say they're way better than the other regions, but at least, you know, most of the time I find that, whoa, I should not walk off into the water. I find that that's not something good to do. I find that the Japanese players usually tend to be, you know, we're in A rank, but they tend to be pretty good, and you don't see too many like weighing a team down or doing anything too silly, like having a squid party in the middle of a match or trying to glitch out of bounds or something. I had a match not too long ago where two of the squids were just trying to jump out of bounds at the spawn point, and that was really bringing the team back or down. But then we brought it back. It was a weird match. Anyways, maybe I'll post that one later. Ooh, hey, get out of there. There we go. So yeah, the charge time on this isn't too bad. I think I just didn't give it enough time to get used to it. Still, I think I'd probably rather have a splatter shot in my hands than the little mini Splatling here, and you can get a lot of the same sub and special for only having to hold down the button for your weapon instead of having to charge it. All right, we'll see. I'm still really curious. They've come up with so many styles of weapons. We got blasters, we got, you don't see a rapid blaster too often. We got blasters, Splatlings, all the ones that I mentioned earlier, but for the sequel or for, you know, DLC or whatever they're gonna do next, for the NX port that's rumored, I wonder what else they could add as like a new weapon type. There's still so many things that we probably couldn't even dream of that the Imagineers at Nintendo, it's a Disney term, but the developers will probably come up with some cool stuff, so I'm excited to see that. And yeah, I just mentioned, but there's a big rumor that a few games, like Smash Brothers for one, with all the DLC, and Splatoon with all the extra stuff already unlocked, might be, oops, I tried to get on the side, but that didn't work, might be headed to the new NX system and just be compatible with multiplayer. On one hand, I think that's pretty cool, because then we might just get a, you know, updated graphics version that people can play and still, you know, get use out of their Wii U ones, and it'll get people to, you know, wanna have the NX to play a little nicer looking version of the game. But at the same time, I'm a little worried if it's compatible. It's almost like Smash on Wii U and 3DS, where to make it compatible, there had to be some concessions, like no ice climbers, no Pokemon trainer, character transformation, stuff like that. So I'm a little worried with that where we might just not get too much added to a port version, but we'll see. We have no idea though, that's all just rumors and speculation, but we should know soon. E3's coming up, whoa! And hopefully we'll get some news about Splatoon, whatever's coming, maybe the Squid Sister amiibo, we still don't know about that. Anyways, I think this is close. Can we take it? They've got the lead still by a little bit, and we're down to the last 20 seconds. Okay, they took it. I gotta try to get on that tower. I gotta try to help clean up a little bit here, or at least try to watch the sides, just like Operation. There might be a blaster over there. Go, go, go. Can I get... Oh, jeez. Trying to push in a little bit. We can do this. We can do this. Gotta get that blaster. That's the one. That's the guy that's given us so much trouble. We took the lead. All right. I didn't take the blaster down, but we won anyways. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is it for Volume 1. We have covered all 8 of Sheldon's picks, and I'm looking forward to the other ones that are coming later on, maybe for the anniversary. It's coming up pretty soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. And the big SpongeBob SquarePants Splatfest, which is totally real and not an elaborate prank, is coming up. So definitely check out the stream for that. We're going to stream until we're Patrick Kings. I'll see you then for more Splatoon. Goodbye.